Okay, back in the 111-year-old basement. I have some tomatoes that I started from seed. They were given to me by a friend. I think there's actually two different varieties here. If you take a look, this one here has what you'd call like a potato leaf to it, and this one here is more of that typical tomato leaf. So I thought they were all the same, but I think they're seedling, or they're seeds from some tomatoes that he gathered. So we'll see what kind they are. I have potted these up once already. They were just in little cells, and when they basically developed their first sort of set of true leaves, I potted them in here. And what I did is I basically put that original root ball down at the bottom, and I just had the top true leaves sticking out through the top. Now it's grown since, and what I'm going to do today is I'm going to pot them into just some 1 liter cream or milk cartons, and I am not going to pot it here like this. I'm going to essentially pot it at the bottom again so that we end up with something here. All of that stem that's buried will send out roots, and what you'll end up with is a stocky, healthy plant with a really healthy root system. And then in a few weeks, when the threat of frost is gone, we actually haven't had frost in quite a while, but when the threat of frost is gone, this will go into the garden outside. So this is the last time I'll pot it up. You could pot this into 2 liter milk cartons. I am maybe a little bit late to the game with kind of potting these up again, but better late than never. I've got 8 plants in total. I've got 4 cartons in total, so do the math. They're not all going to get that spot, so I've kind of picked some of the larger ones, and we will worry about the other ones later. So just carefully pull that out. Oh, there we go. Came right out of the soil, right out of the pot. Convenient. And so there we go. Milk carton. Cut the top off. I actually snipped a little hole in the bottom here. I don't know if that's necessary, just because it is permeable, but it's waxed, or it's waxed, and I just didn't want to drown any plants. We can see here, pretty decent little root system on this, and we're going to bury that right at the very bottom. I have here some potting mix. It's a, oh hi Hugo, the cat. I'll make him into focus here in a moment. I have some potting mix. It is a Pro Mix HP with Mike, so HP stands for high porosity, so it drains quite well. It won't waterlog the plants. There's also this particular mix has Mike in it, mycorrhizal fungi, which has a symbiotic relationship with the plants. Plants will feed it sugar, and it'll bring water and minerals to the roots of the plants. And so plants exposed to mycorrhizal fungi typically do better than plants growing on their own. I'm already thinking here, maybe I should have like a chopstick. 1 second. I've got my little dimpler here. This is typically used for poking a little hole to plant a seed, but you can use it to manipulate soil or manipulate, I mean, it's basically a glorified pencil. But I am going to, I don't really want to throw much soil down here. I pretty much want that to sit at the bottom, but I'm going to work that soil around. These are tall and skinny, so it probably would be easier on a 2 liter carton, but this is where the dimpler comes in. So I just want to make sure I don't have any air pockets around those roots. Hugo, what do you want? Cat's talking to me. And so I don't want to like jam pack this down here. I just want to form kind of a nice solid, firm, I don't know, kind of cushion. I kind of want to hug that stem. Don't want to make a brick. And I'm going to fill this not quite up to the top. I typically water my plants from the base, and so I'll water the tray that the pots are sitting in, and I'll let the water soak up. It's harder to overwater that way, but being that these are so tall, I might give these a little water at the top, and so for that purpose I'm going to leave about a 3/4 of an inch lip at the top, and so that's one. We'll do the other ones here, and I'll show you the result at the end. One down, 3 to go.